No, 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 no. Don't stop them. Let them keep talking. Look how much they're telling us. This video we're going to break down today is from the Bank of International Settlements. This is coming from Augustin Carson's. He made an appearance and he said a lot. I'm going to turn this up. Hopefully you can hear it. 1 minute and 9 seconds. Let's just jump there. We're going to jump around. Now, listen very closely to what he says is reshaping the financial industry. Don't worry, it gets better and better as we go along. But listen very closely here and read the transcript so you can visually see what he's saying in case his accent throws you off.
And now, in the final year of your term, there is a wide range of new trends that are shaping your industry, and you're very active on that. Digitalization is one.
What? What did he just say right there? What did he say? Let's hear it again. Hold on a minute. Wait 1 minute. What's the dominant? What did he put first? And then what did he follow it with? Wait, listen.
Active on that. Digitalization is one that is redefining the nature of money. AI has a strong potential basically to transform the productivity and the products and the way we see.
What have I been talking about? I've been talking about the combination of digital infrastructures, digitization, DLT technologies, blockchain, hashgraph, etc., in combination with AI. But I've also been putting in there quantum computing. Now, they're probably not going to touch on that just yet. Don't worry. It gets better and better as this video goes on. Let them keep talking. Let them cook. Let's go.
See the world in every meaningful way. Meanwhile, at the same time, we have the entrance of basically non-banks, financial players, which are basically reshaping the industry.
What did he just say? What have we been covering both in the regular subscriber videos and the members only section? He just confirmed everything I've been saying and covering. He just said non-banking financial institutions have been dominating. They're changing the industry. What are the non-banking financial entities that are at the front right now of the future? Because this is about the future of finance. It's literally titled The Future of Finance. Which ones are predicted to dominate in the future? That's the DLT NBFIs, fintech-led NBFIs, the advanced technology providing NBFIs. That's us. What happens if all of what they had just said, if everything that they just said comes true? Digitalization and tokenization dominate. AI, which will become combined with DLT, dominate. And this is coming from the Bank for International Settlements interview. Don't worry, Carson's is going to speak soon and confirm all of this. How much value is going to be flowing through these utility coins? What would it do to that price? You tell me. But wait, I'm going to let them tell you. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Let's keep going. It's getting hot right now.
In many ways, and it's pushing supervisors to reassess what the effective regulation should look like. And that's a very important part of what you look.
It's forcing supervisors to reassess what effective revelation should look like. Oh my goodness. People don't understand that industry. What they know to be the financial system is going to cease to be. It's already crumbling. It's merging with the new financial system. It's getting gobbled up right now. They're going to have to hand the keys to us. And in a little bit, he's going to tell you why. Oh, man, this is too good. Wait a minute. Let's skip ahead a little bit. OK, so now we're going to go to 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Let's jump there, folks. Come on now. Stick with me here. We're covering some good stuff. They told us a lot in this video. I'm actually going to go to 3 minutes, 39 seconds. Give us a little bit of room to breathe. Let's go. There we go.
We have been working for many, many years in terms of technology, but I think that we imagined a pace that was not probably adjusted to the speed at which innovation is evolving in the world.
What did he just tell you? Oh, my goodness. What did he just tell you, folks? Haven't I been saying this? Haven't I been saying they're playing catch up? Haven't I been telling you we're well in advance? Haven't I been telling you they're behind? But wait, Mick, he didn't say they're behind. He just did. But wait, he's actually going to say exactly that at some point in what we're covering right now. The bombs that he dropped in this video are major if you just but listen. Let's keep going. Wait, let's keep going. He's going to tell.
From cyber coins, we had stable coins, then we have open finance. We had some disasters there.
He just said something else I was telling you. I remember I was telling you that there's been a few hiccups here and there, even though in their verbiage and in their documents, and I'm not just talking about the BIS, I'm talking about the BIS, the IMF, the Fed, a lot of other central banks, a lot of other major banks that are not central banks. They make it seem like everything's going good. No. But those of us who've been doing the deep research, we saw there's been a hiccup here or there. That's why he didn't even say there's been a hiccup. Oh, there's a little mess up. No, he said we had some disasters. Ooh. Who's going to tell him to stop? He's the one, allegedly, he's one of them at the top. Who's going to tell him to be quiet? He's telling too much. He got comfortable and relaxed. He's telling it all now. Go ahead, sir. Confess. Let's hear what more you have to say. They had some disasters. So once again, not only are they behind, but they messed up a few times. They were never given the golden key. Once again, they won't catch up with us. They're going to need us for interoperability, smart contracts, everything they want to do. What does it do to that price? I just make it entertaining, but this is nothing but raw facts, raw truth. Let's keep going.
And that trend is going on, no? So we have been trying to catch up.
No. If this is not bullish to you, I don't know what is. He just confirmed what I said. 100%. Yes, I'm excited. It's Friday. I'm feeling real good. I worked my tail off. I'm feeling real good. It's time to relax. I'm feeling so good right now. Yeah, I'm excited. He just said, so we have at 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Go read it in the transcript for yourself. There's no denying it. He just told you what I've been saying for months. He said that trend is going on. So we have been trying to catch up. Who are they trying to catch up with? Bingo. Oh yeah. Cha-ching. If they're trying to catch up, then it makes perfect sense why we are considered the dominant. Why Christopher Waller, various other central bank representatives from around the globe have said in the BIS was the first to say it, that the private sector should lead the way, that they should join hands with the private sector. So who's going to move all that value? Who's going to be dominant in the future? They can't compete with the MBFIs. He's admitting they were far behind. We're going to dominate. Not financial advice. Believe what you want. Just my humble opinion. But this is what he's saying. There'll be 4 minutes, 11 seconds. So we have been trying to catch up. Let's keep going.
And I've been trying to catch up.
Say it again.
I've been trying to catch up.
One more time.
To catch up.
Wait, it's beautiful. Keep it going.
I've been trying to catch up. 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 I've been trying to.
Sorry, I had to groove a little bit. They've been trying to catch up. Do you get the point? Sorry, I had to groove a little bit there. I like to have a little bit of fun. Yes, victory is close at hand. We've had a lot of victories. A lot of victories. We're winning the battles. Soon we will win the war. That's when those trillions come in, quadrillions come in. It's not a game. Although they play it like it is. Let's keep going. Let's hear what else he has to say. Oh, let me push play.
Have, I would say, a broader view towards innovation. And that's a little bit what we're trying to articulate at the BIS.
What does he mean by we've had to take a broader view of, how did he phrase it, of innovation? If at the beginning of what they were doing, they were already experimenting with DLT. If at the beginning of the advent of AI, of what the iteration you know of today with the chat GPTs, the Groks and the Pies and the Perplexities, all that good stuff, they immediately start experimenting with it. Then what does he mean today by we've had to expand our view of innovation? What does he mean by that? Don't worry, he's going to talk some more. He's telling it all, folks. Check this video out.
The BIS, which is the Bank of Central Banks, have put together the BIS Innovation Hub. We have already 8 innovation centers. We collaborate very actively with central banks.
That's key. Wait a minute. That's key. Now, did you see one of the videos I released in the last 2-3 days where we covered that the BIS themselves were considering shutting down Project Enbridge? Read that for yourself. You decide how serious they are about it. Now, they haven't done it, but they were considering it. But if they actually go through with that, then why would they not shut down their other projects? But wait a minute, why would they do that? Let's keep in mind, this is the same entity that said they would rather private sector lead the way, and that all of the financial industry should join hands with the private sector. I'm paraphrasing, but you remember that. That's in their documents. It's not deleted. Those documents are still there. So they've always known, hey, we don't have to do all this. If we don't catch up, he just admitted they're behind. So maybe they feel like, hey, we don't need to catch up. We have a good enough relationship established over the years with the bank coin companies, with the utility coin companies. We can just let them run the stuff. R3, Ripple, Quant, etc. We can just let them run that stuff. And of course, there's legacy system actors involved as well. They have their iterations of DLT technology as well. They'll have their piece of the pie. There's enough pie to go around that people don't get. They don't get. There's really quadrillions out there. It's not fictional. It's not something made up. There's real documentation, whether people can fathom it or not. They know it. I'm just playing with thoughts here. There's no guarantees of anything. I'm not psychic, nor is he. But we're looking at the facts and we're trying to make an educated guess on where things are going. Right, let's keep going. Wait a minute. All right, so now we're going to jump to 5 minutes. And I wrote here 5 minutes. Wow. So there must have been something potent at 5 minutes. I got my little notes here. There must have been something potent at 5 minutes. So let's go there. Let's go to 5 minutes. And I'm actually going to go to 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Give us just a little bit of breathing room. Let's listen to this. What did he say that made me write that? Push play. Here we go.
And I think that we're making big progress. Now, I think that we are still quite behind.
I see. He reaffirms. Not only did he say they were behind before, I see now why I wrote that. He established it, makes it very clear. How did he phrase this? Now I think that we are still quite behind. Quite, meaning extremely, far, very much behind. So therefore, now we understand. It makes perfect sense. See, at least I respect this kind of confession where he's helping us understand why, even though they said 2 to 3 years before and another central bank said 3 to 5 years, and that was like 3 years ago. Now they're saying, hey, listen, we're going to probably need 2 to 3 more years. 3 to 5 more years. We're going to need more time. Christopher Waller was the smartest out of all of them. He just said, listen, it's going to take time. He didn't put years on it. But now we understand because they feel like they're quite behind. And when I'm watching his body language, I'm watching him like an eagle. I just don't see any tells right now that says that he's lying. I think they have a plan. They had a few plans. I think they're going with plan B. I do. If they shut Enbridge down, they confirm they're going with plan B, and that puts a lot more money on the table for anybody involved in DLT technology, period. And that would also explain why Chainlink has been able to go nuts, go crazy, making all types of partnerships, doing all types of things. They had news come out today I'm not going to be able to cover. Super active with the banks. Chainlink. Man, I'm telling you right now. Something big is cooking up. Something big is coming. When Ripple finally, once and for all, defeats the SEC, I'm telling you, watch out for announcements. And if they drop a bunch of announcements, which they can't, I'm sure they're racking up partnerships. There's no way. Chainlink is doing it. Solana is doing it. A lot of companies are making a lot of partnerships right now. Those who know. You hear the same things I'm hearing. You know it, right? At least this is what they're saying. We don't work for these companies. We can't verify, but this is what we're hearing from very reliable sources. But if that's the case, there's no way I'm going to think that Ripple isn't doing the same. No way. So they could drop a bundle of announcements. That would make everything explode earlier than normal, earlier than anticipated. I mean, I'm just playing with thoughts once again. The possibility is, of course, somebody could go the opposite way and be a little bit more pessimistic. I'm just choosing to go this way. This is the way I think. Right? So now, wait. Let's see if he has anything else to say before we move on to the next minute mark.
I think, and when you talk about the future of finance, I think that iPhones are really an example to follow, In an iPhone...
Wait, we're going to skip this little part. I have another section. Let's skip ahead to because we're getting a little long in the video now. 9 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's go there. 9 minutes and 22 seconds. Come on now. We are uncovering a lot of good information in this video today. That's why it's important to watch these things here. I know it can get a little bit boring. That's why I'm trying to make it interesting for you. So a lot of people don't like to watch these long, drawn out videos by these people, and they have no disrespect, but they have very little personality, and they don't really make it entertaining, and you just fall into sleep watching it. 9 minutes 22 seconds. Let's go.
Have a little bit of a change of the mentality. I think a problem that we have today is that pretty much all financial institutions, not only in banking, but in many other fields, we are sort of trapped to a large extent by legacy systems.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, he's telling you they want the new financial system. He just called, I'm going to read it to you. 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Not only in banking are they trapped in this mentality, but in many other fields, we are sort of trapped to a large extent by legacy systems. Sir, do you know who you are? And it's so interesting to me because all along, well, the BIS has been working with Ripple. They've worked with Stellar. They work with R3. They work with a lot of they work with Quant. A lot of things I hold, they've worked with those companies that sit over those things. And it's always been interesting because they have behaved at the BIS, which is led by Augustin Carsons. They have behaved like they want to be seen. I know how they play this game, but they want to be seen as sort of like the cool parent. Like, we're not really legacy system. Yes, you are. But they're like, well, we're not really like the IMF and the Fed and, the ECB. They've tried. Haven't they had that energy? And here he is, man. He better be lucky he is who he is. If he was anyone else saying this, I promise you he would have problems. It's certain things that you say and they will bring you problems. I'm telling you by personal experience. That banking system can be a vicious thing. I'm telling you. But he just called the legacy system a trap. So how, if they're at the forefront of all of this innovation, you got BIS hubs in New York City, you got BIS hub in Hong Kong also, right? They work with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, I believe, in other places, I believe also. If they're the leaders, then how does the new financial system, which they believe should be, which the private sector should have a heavy hand in, these fintech companies should have a heavy hand in, how do we not dominate? How do we not dominate? How high can those prices explode? How do they not explode with this type of bullish activity? He basically just became Young Jeezy and called the legacy system a trap, right? Like it's the city, it's the trap. People don't understand how bullish that is. So if the legacy system is a trap, it makes sense why all of them are running into the arms of the new financial system, which means they're going to hand over that value. Oh, that's another thing he covers. Oh, we didn't get to that part yet. You thought it was over. No, it's not. It ends with a bang in this video. It does. Well, until we get to we'll end with a little Bitcoin news. But this section is going to end with a bang. I promise you. But wait. Let's see if it continues here. If that's where it starts. Let's see. Oh, let me push play. My apologies. Okay, hold on. My apologies. I forgot. I'm just a regular person like you.
To a large extent by legacy systems. Legacy systems were created with a very different mentality.
He's even talking about how their mentality is different in the old school systems, the legacy system, and it has to change. Same thing I've been saying. Haven't I told you the mentality has to change? It's not just monetary policy, that if you change the verbiage on a policy, but you have the same minds, they're going to make the same mistakes. And I even said they need to be refreshed, but he's not going that far. But he's saying they need to change the mentality. How do you change the mentality of people who are set in their ways? You would have to necessarily flush the system, but let's keep going. That's not the good part. Don't worry. We're going to get to the good part.
Of how transactions should or could take place.
Wait, we're going to skip ahead. Just a little wee bit. Let's skip ahead. I probably shouldn't because it's going to be such a minute skip. Skip to 9 minutes and 51 seconds. We'll start there.
Difference is tokenization.
The difference is tokenization. So he's hinging everything on tokenization, RWA, real world asset tokenization. It tells you how big everything is. Let him keep talking. Let him cook.
It's not only tokenizing money, but tokenizing commercial bank deposits and tokenizing all types of assets.
Look at what he said. It's not only tokenizing, wait. I'm going to read the exact thing here. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Not only tokenizing bank deposits, tokenizing tokenizing money, but tokenizing, look how he's right here is what the same way when Christopher Waller coughed, and that was a tell that there's something more there they're trying not to say. It's their way of, it's like a mental stutter. It's pausing them because there's something intense. There's something in their psychology that's halting them, but it's in their subconscious. Their frontal awareness, if I can use that verbiage, it wants to. So there's this internal battle. I better not say that. Oh, I almost said it. He says this. Look how he says this. Bank deposits, tokenizing all types and all types of. Wait. That's significant because he needed to deliver this, but there's something that he held back. And if he held it back, it's something major. Wait, let's hear it again.
Bank deposits and tokenizing all types of assets. Tokenization
of assets. He knows how much value is there. Once again, folks, he can tell you these things, but they can't make you too bullish. You read this for yourself. You tell me. This is a conversation here. I'm giving you my viewpoints, and then you give me yours, especially in that members only section. Something massive is they're cooking up, and that was a tell right there. That was a psychological tick. I mean, read the body, the energy. A lot of communication is nonverbal. I just know that from experience. And it was about tokenization. Let's keep, wait, one more time. And then we're going to end off with this little bit of Bitcoin news.
Tokenization would open up the scope for huge amounts of innovation.
Tokenization will open up the scope for huge amounts of innovation. If that's not a veiled comment, I don't know what is. Huge amounts of innovation. But wait, those huge amounts of innovation is the tokenizing of things that before the value couldn't move, was rendered illiquid. Now it's liquid. So that massive amount of value is loosened up. It's flowing through these systems. That means that anything that has to help in facilitating the flow of that liquidity, of that value, was skyrocketing in value. That means that someone who controls assets somewhere, or infrastructure somewhere, or assets that have to be held for wallets to be open, or things like that, or can be staked, or I mean, all of these different things. That means there's a lot of money that's going to be made, period. That's what it boils down to. For lack of my lack of eloquence, dismissed and everything. That's what it boils down to. And that's what he pretty much said. But, oh man, I mean, we don't have enough time. I wish I could go deeper. Listen, folks, it's called The Future of Finance. It's on the Bank for International Settlements with YouTube page. Go watch it for yourself, folks. I'm telling you, it's potent. We may come back to this and break some more down, because he said more. Yeah, he did. He's telling. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but man, to me, I felt like this is a good video right here. This was a potent one. But now, let's end off with a little bit of Bitcoin news. This article is titled, Bitcoin Price Risk New FOMO Top, as Bitcoin ETF flows near $1 billion daily. It says Bitcoin needs to avoid a local top as institutions pile into the United States spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds. In a thread on X on October 30th, analyst Mark Cullen cautioned over potential ETF FOMO, unquote. We read a little bit about someone else's perspective on this the other day. Institutional investors are pouring hundreds of millions of dollars in net inflows into U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs daily. The latest data sources include UK-based investment firm Farsight Investors puts the tally for October 30th alone at almost $900 million. Wow. The second largest ever. That definitely garnered a wow for sure. For longtime market participants, however, their success feels like the elephant in the room. During Bitcoin's run to current all-time highs in March, ETFs saw similar success, but institutional enthusiasm ultimately formed a multi-month BTC price consolidation. Quote, the last couple of times the Bitcoin ETF flows were $900 million plus, and price was less than 70K, is signaled, or my apologies for that, greater than 70K, is signal a local top, just something to think about, unquote, Cullen acknowledged. Larger ETF flows have become synonymous with bad omens for Bitcoin's price. I mean, you want to use that verbiage, bad omens, like it's superstitious a little bit, isn't it? Like, I guess some people, I guess that's their feeling for Bitcoin price performance, but there is a chance the current trend may be an exception. It's very interesting. I used to know a lot of people are very superstitious, especially in sports. They got to have their shoes, their shoes taped up a certain way, tied a certain way. It has to be the same way every time, or they feel like it's bad luck. So I've been around a lot of people like that. Quote, with another huge inflow day for the Bitcoin ETFs, but little to no progress in price, let's hope the ETF FOMO isn't going to mark a local top again, this close to a new ATH, unquote, Cullen said. I'm long-term with Bitcoin, not as long-term as utility coins. Like I said, I'm long-term until, I think it'll take a little bit of time to get to that $150,000, but it may be a meteoric rise at some point. I don't know. We shall see. But that's probably where I'm going to sell some Bitcoin. That's probably where it's going to happen, folks. But just aside from selling Bitcoin looks bullish for a long time to come. I don't see any negative catalysts bringing it down permanently or significantly enough where it's going to stay down and really have that fear and greed index go straight to fear, and then nobody wants to touch Bitcoin. No, there's too many bullish catalysts, in my humble opinion. So now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.